Well, hello everyone. You have right here talking about billing cycles and the billing address right here. And a lot of times it sure seems that way that whenever if you're going to be ordering for the first time, that you might see that to where that yeah, you see something in the catalog that you really want, right? But still, what does it usually mean when we do see that right there? Is that by the time we do get a bill in the mail and you're warned toward okay, yeah, that. So by the time you do get used to how something works, how things work, right, to where that by the time you do, after you get done, talking to the person over the phone, and by the time after you order something from the catalog, right, it's like open-minded whenever you're shopping, and if you want to add things later on, for on this wish list right here. You see this right here, some items about what any ideas that you would like to order, but still, the shipping address, but still that you got the coupon right here. But one thing that I want to talk about right here is the due date right here, and like everybody may want to know too that if you see this right here on the bill to where it says yeah, pay here and you pay this way and you save 25%, and the due date will be on January 13th of 2025 right here. So really that how are we really going to pay attention to this detail right here where it says right here talk about pay here, and like you said that whenever you do order online and whenever you do any source of shopping, though, that what are the three things that you mainly pay attention to most of the time? And everybody might say that, well, you more likely would pay attention to the savings right here. The savings could be saved an extra 25% off of inventory, anything in the inventory, and then you have right here are your selections about what kind of tablet that you would like to have and all that. But still, that when we do talk about billing, though, that as soon as you do get a bill, that the first thing that you're going to be thinking about is that yeah, that how much the bill is, or possibly that you're going to be thinking as toward it. Not everybody's really going to look forward to the due date right here. So you have right here is the due by. You due by the 13th right here. So if you actually looked at the calendar and you're wondering to where that does that mean that it's due by the 13th, or does that mean that you guys schedule a payment? And most of the time that's usually what it means right here. And like everybody say that yeah, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan to where that you schedule a a payment to where you go ahead and schedule a time period to where you go ahead and log on to your account and you actually schedule a payment and yeah, a payment period right here. So if you do have any source of a of account through like if you have like an account where you manage your billing, like your payments and all that, they would give you this option to where that you would go by a payment period right here. With that payment period, it's marked by a certain type of a yeah, like a calendar, and certain days of the week it is, certain days of the month within that 30 days period that you have that 30 days to go ahead and work that out where you can go ahead and work out the payments that way. And so that's why it seems that way that yeah, that when we do talk about scheduling payments, that it sure seems that way that yeah, that whenever you do work out the payments, that it goes by 30 days. By every 30 days or so, that you would be asked to go ahead and schedule a one-time payment, or if it's maybe three installment payments. And so you have right here, yeah, I can go ahead and duplicate this too, but yeah, just do it this way. But anyway, but yeah, I just trying to do an example of a calendar here. But anyway, yeah, that right there is supposed to be an example right there of a calendar. But anyway, yeah, have an example right here of a calendar. It's not really all. It's not really all 30 30 days straight, is it? All right, so that right there will be an example right there of a calendar right here, but still, that you have right here the payment period right here. And most of the time, it's every 30 days or something like that that you would work out the payment. But let's just say that in case if anybody's wondering that the first thing that you're thinking about whenever you do any source of shopping, do you really look at the pay attention to anything like maybe the days of the week or something like that, or are you going to go ahead and pay attention to the savings? Or how exactly is it that you're going to be managing that? And people might even think too that yeah, well, I don't really know if anybody really calls the billing cycle, yeah, the Saturday bill or something like that. Like everybody might you want to know too that okay, yeah, that so if you're going to have a bill though, and you're warned toward okay, yeah, well, what exactly do you refer it by? And they might even tell you that yeah, that it's you may call it the Saturday bill or something like that. The Saturday bill or something like that. So really, that every time you do think about that, then you're warned toward it that hey, that whenever you do get a bill in the mail, that what are ways of how you manage that, and like they say is to where that you should not really judge a bill just by that as soon as you get it, and then they're going to say that okay, well it's due by the 13th of next month or something like that. Set a payment plan right here. So really, that what I usually do, by the way, is that whenever if I'm going to be working out my bills, a lot of times I schedule a plan. I'm like, yeah, if you want to put like do it like this right here, and yeah, like that right there. So you go ahead and plan and schedule a payment period, and most of the time that those payment periods are usually they range, from something like see here how long they go by. Yeah, Saturday payment about every 30 days or something like that. But like you said, that every 30 days, if you were to actually do the math, every 30 days to 4 months. So really, if you were to actually do the math right there, and you're warned toward it, if that seems pretty simple, like yeah, if you were to write down all the details right here about the billing cycle right here, and you may want to know too that yeah, having an account that where you're able to manage that would mean is toward yeah, that it's not really that don't really sound so difficult, and that don't really sound so expensive as compared to maybe other opportunities that you've had, like yeah, if you see something online that's $400, and let's just say if you work out the payments right, but still you may be working with a third party or so, but still you go ahead and write down the payment information right there, and but still you look at the bill right there, and you're thinking as toward hey, that the due date, right, by the way, the due date is really what kind of a you know get you thinking as toward oh, okay, well it's due by the 13th. Well, I have to make sure that I got the payment to do that. But still, that whenever we do think about that, and you're warned toward it, whenever you do get a bill, as soon as you do get that bill, and the first thing that you think about is toward it, yeah, okay, the payment is due by the 13th of next month or so. Okay, what do I do? And but still. So whenever you do think about that, and you begin to wonder that, after you order something, especially, you got the billing address and the shipping address on two separate columns, and so you always wonder toward okay, yeah, the shipping address and then the billing address right there. But like you said, that whenever you do fill out those forms, that they want to make sure, because I guess there's 2 or 3 different cycles of what it goes by, is toward it that they coordinate with, they work with UPS delivery trucks and FedEx delivery trucks, and then the other system also coordinates with another application. So there's like a third-party payment system that it uses or something. But if that's how it works, but still, that whenever you do think about that, and you always wonder that maybe another reason why a lot of sites do that is because so that way it would make it more the item more affordable. If you find anything in that catalog that you find to be too expensive to where you cannot afford to pay it right away, then you can go ahead and work that out where you can apply for a credit card. You can open up get a pre-approved for an account, so it's like, yeah, just by a couple of clicks and then you're able to take care of it, right? And so that's why it seems that way. That you look at me right here on the phone, and people may want to know too that yeah, you're gonna be on that phone right there, but still that other than maybe tuning into the radio to hear about the weather, weather's reports or something like that, but still that whenever you look at that catalog and you see something on there that you would like to have. But you see right here, talking about explaining about the details about the application and everything. But still that they would probably suggest that just read through most of this in its entirety, at least just once, and answer a few questions right here. And I say orders are requested for who it is for right here. So whenever you do think about that, then you're worried to where, okay, yeah, I'll read the papers, but then by the time you get the bill, and then that's whenever that you really are thinking as to where, okay, yeah, well, I'm trying to understand here. The bill is a lot more expensive than what you thought it was, and compared to what the catalog said. So you always wondered to where that why is it that the catalog may have said something like that the item that you ordered was supposed to be $17, but then you were billed for much more than that. Like, yeah, the amount right here for 400 that you're allowed to use for 400, and let's just say that if you were to actually do the math right here and you're warranted toward it, yeah, well, I only spent, yeah, and let's just say that if you only spent, you only spent, yeah, you only spent $49, and you spend you only you spend yeah $49. So let's just say that yeah, you only spent $49. So whenever you do look at that, and plus whenever taxes and everything all add up, and so you begin to wonder toward, okay, yeah, that you only spent $41, but then by the time you get a bill and you're thinking as toward, okay, yeah, that you spent $49, and you begin to wonder about that, but still that but whenever we do talk about is toward, yeah, you spend $49, but then you have right here is that you had, like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and show everybody right here, but yeah, you pay $49. You paid $49, but then you have $400 to spend, and then you pay here, and then you were able to save 25% right there. So each time you think about that, and you're always want to know too that hey, that you went ahead and shopped, that you were shopping, and then all of a sudden that you thinking as to where, okay, yeah, you are allowed to spend up to $49, but you spent $49, but you are allowed to spend up to 400, and so that's why it seems that way to where that, yeah, important understanding about the payment periods, because with it, the payment periods, that it would allow you to where that you can go ahead and make payments. You can go ahead and make payments while you shop. So you can still earn coupons and still make payments, partial payments, while you're shopping, right? So a lot of this stuff is happening while you're shopping. While you're shopping, that a lot of that stuff is going to be going on, in the background. You're like, yeah, on your account. So they say is this to where a lot of this stuff that's being calculated and updated right here while you're shopping. So most of the time, it's usually how that is. But anyway, I just want to show everybody that.